Hello, I am playing Zeus, Master of Olympus. I've beaten this game a bunch of times. I've played through just about every single mode in both Zeus and Poseidon. What I'm going to try to do today is give people a tutorial of what it's like to play this game for the first time on it in the hardest difficulty, and give myself a little bit of a challenge here. So I'm going to open up adventures here. So here's some different levels to play. Let's try this one, Sparta. People like Spartans. So I'm going to play as Sparta. There are 5 episodes. So there's going to be 5 different ones of this. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and listen to all this, and I'm sorry about some of the glitchiness. I'm playing this old Windows game on a Mac. But if you want to read this, you can pause it and read it. Alright, so yeah, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. Let's see. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is pause. 6,000 left me to start. It's not great. Could be worse. Okay. Some boar there, some food, some fertile grounds. Got farms, I like that. Hunting lodge, yep. Industry, sculpture, that's perfect. Selling sculpture is the best source of income. Corinth is going to be my best friend. I'm going to try my best to sell them a lot to give myself a huge buffer of cash whenever I can. This might be the kind of level where Corinth is going to become an enemy or to get conquered by someone or something, and then, I'm not going to be able to perhaps have that the whole game. I think that's neither here nor there. Alright, so Phoenicia is going to sell me bronze. I'm going to turn around and sell sculptures to Corinth. That's the way I'm going to make my money immediately. First thing I'm going to do is just decide where I'm going to put this. Source of, no, not there, I don't want it there. Just going to place a little road right here. Studio. Honestly, I think it's a little overkill, but it'll come handy. So I'm just going to set myself up to start buying bronze and start selling sculptures straight away. And what's going to come in handy here is you can see I've already shot through a quarter of my money, but as soon as I start playing the game, I'm going to start making a profit almost immediately. Or at least any debt I put myself in will start immediately being resolved. Alright, so for food, I've got the wheat farm. Yeah, perfect. That's going to come in handy when I start building my horses for my hardback army. Also, probably I can sell it. Let's see, Athens, Thermopylae, Marathon. Perfect. They're also expensive. I can sell for Marathon. Yep, they buy the wheat. And so does Thermopylae. So that's great. That's really, really good. I need to start looking at the map here again. So I've got some boar here, and the map has got this fertile field, this purple cluster right here of the grass. What that means is basically that's where you can plant, you can put farms, you can put sheep and goats, stuff like that to grow food. Because you can't just put that just anywhere, it's got to be on these territories here. So I'm just looking, I have this wide open space here, and that's really, really good. I'm going to give myself plenty of room to grow. Clear some of this forest. Alright, so what I've left myself with is essentially $4,000 and roughly $200, $300 drop me to work with. 7. I have a very particular reason for trying to make it like a little square. You'll see in a moment why. I'm laying here, these are the roadblocks. Essentially what I'm trying to do is create a tiny loop. So nothing can pass through this roadblock here that is essentially working. For instance, let's see here. For instance, these buildings right here, he's not going to be able to, oh, so the breeding grounds must be right there. And that's good, it means that this entire side is will be. You know what, actually I don't like that. There we go. So I'm just making sure that these storehouses, this one's only going to accept fleece, this one's only going to accept olive oil. That's going to come in handy when I start building my residential area right in here, right in this grid. And again, the reason for these roadblocks are, this guy right here, the maintenance officer, he's not going to be able to pass through this. So his whole block is going to be right here. I'm also going to do is put some hunting lodges right here. Now I'm leaving this gap right here. I can't build on top of this bore right here, but as soon as he moves, I'll be able to build a right there. I can't build right here because I'm over that hunting ground. See? So, anyways, I'll come back to that in a moment. And I also might lay some wheat farms. Maybe not right away. I think the meat's going to give me the faster return. Wheat takes a minute to grow, so we're going to give that time it needs. So I also want to run down some forums. This is how the people are going to get their food, basically. Food, their wheat, fleece. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mirror exactly what I do on one side. I'm going to try to do on the other side. So I have this on this side, the south side here. I have the agora facing down. I have the maintenance office, and then the water fountain. Same thing. Please. Try to. That's going to be tough. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes you can't start with taxing people. This one's going to let me tax, which is wonderful. For a number of reasons, it's good. So these guys are my tax officers, and again, I'm just trying to build enough. See how it's like exactly mirroring on this side. Across from the agora, I have the podium and the tax office. Same thing on this side. Across from the agora, podium and tax office, and just right on down the row, right on down the row. And it actually is pretty crucial that you do this, because you want to make sure that everyone inside here is getting the exact same treatment. Lay it down beforehand. Oh man, look at that. It works on this side too. Didn't look that, that's all. It's actually a pretty bad job. Yeah, this is really dumb. Alright, but I'm gonna live with it. I can always try to change stuff later on. I'm so frustrated right now. You know what? I'm not gonna live with it. May not seem like much. That one can actually stay. But this, doing it like what I'm doing, is can actually fit another house. See, it's going to be, each house is a 2x2 grid, and this house right here is it's touching this road by 1. So I'm going to get 1 extra house out of this arrangement, like I just laid it out. So I can't fit 2 houses here because I got this one hanging off, this one that my mouse is on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this road open so that way if I need to, I can lay a road here and have another out, and a way out. People need to, if I need another road, yeah, essentially. Right, I'm in the negative here, so I need to start opening up my city. Here we go. Probably close to 1,000. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, so I have an ally who lent me some money. That's really good. That's good for me. Athens Marathon. I want to be armor. Marathon. I'm not going to build those again until I get some of that. Really fast and Athens is smart. Good thing I'm not dependent on them yet. So I've had a bit of a problem. I've actually built too much and not enough residential areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reallocate my workforce. Don't need people in culture. Don't need people in administration. What I need is for these guys to do their job. No. Alright, so let's see. It's not bad. So I started buying lands. I need to make this a couple. There we go. A couple of sculptures made. Perfect. I can just sell these in my armor there. Yeah, I can even sell this, yeah. See that? And like, as I was saying that sentence, I went from negative 1,000 to 2,000. So we're in good shape. Right, my unemployment is back up, so I need to take a second here to rebuild what I just lost, which is theater, like I said. Alright. You have to feed the theater. You have to feed your podium with these buildings here, essentially. The drama school will train actors, the college will train orators or public speakers. But just like every building, they need a maintenance office. So, oops, not like that. Put it here, right next to it. Don't want to waste any space. Okay. So now what do these houses need? Okay, they need it up here. Alright, so I'm in this thing that is for unemployment. The number is not great, but it's not bad. I can make this work. So I'm just going to let this run for a moment. While I'm doing that, I can also be getting ready to give myself some more food. Well, Thermopylae, as money rolls, I have the money to burn, so I can just dispatch that money. Simple. Let's fix this now. Let's see. Okay. Alright. Well, somewhere over here, I need to build a road too. The soil is getting down. I need to build a wheat farm somewhere up here. So let's see. This is always kind of tricky because I want to maximize as long as this is touching one of those squares. We'll start. Pause. It's all going to collapse. So what I'm going to do is essentially build a grid. I want to leave a little bit of room. It's not pretty, but I want to leave a little room here so I can get this road wrapped around. Right, so this is going to solve a bunch of stuff at once. I'm going to be able to make a ton of wheat to sell. I'm going to be bolstering my food supply. And I'm going to probably end up with needing employees. Watch. Really? That's it? Okay, there we go. Just took a second to load. So what I also want to do is block this off. I'm going to need to place a couple more of these maintenance officers. So that way we just, let's see. Okay, so there's 3 offices. I'm going to do this new one. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. Now I need employees. So now I can start worrying about this. Gazebos are 2x2, so I can fit them nicely here. Fish ponds are probably the best. They take up a lot of space though, so you gotta use them sparingly. But they do a great job. Actually. Bit of a waste of money, but pay off. burning through a lot of cash again, so I gotta hold off. I need employees. What's going on? These guys need culture. Oh, hang on. Because this is still going. Okay, here we go. Now I'll start getting my inventory. Speed that up for a second. Okay. I'm guessing these are probably due to low up here. Yeah, look at that one. Increase that here. Let's add those to zeros right in here. You can see this area is surrounded by a bunch of fish ponds and gazebos, so it's got this bright color. As this area is darker, so I'm guessing that means it's not right up here. So let's see what we can do on that side. So the problem is, I don't really want to too much on this road if I need to. And I should be able to perhaps place a trireme wharf right here. That's a big chunk of real estate, that flat chunk of land touching the water there. Don't want to lose that access. Okay, anyways. Again, I'm just hemorrhaging money. Alright, I really need to stop spending money. I'm just kind of hang tight for a few. Let's speed this up, see if I can get my money back. I'm just speeding up the game time. Okay. Yeah. I mean, as soon as I sell those sculptures, I'm just rocketing up in cash. What's going to happen is, so basically, I get to dictate when I beat this episode, and that's really good for me, because that means I can just sort of hang tight for a bit while I make some extra money. This never happens. 0 workers needed. 0 housing for people. Perfect workforce. I'll tell you right now, that never happens, and that'll never happen again in one of my videos. Trying to make that one go up. Alright, so now I should have some unemployed people. Never happy, never satisfied. So Athens and Thermopylae. I know that they both want wheat. I'll probably got a ton of wheat to sell. So what I'm going to do, start selling this as well. Yeah, look at that. Instantaneous. So I have got a ton of food. I've got way excess amount of food. I'm selling everything I possibly can. I'm not getting enough bronze to make more armor or sculpture. Suppose, I mean, realistically, by using bronze on the armor, I'm actually not making as much because I could use that bronze to make more sculpture. But to me, it's just satisfying to have 2 different commodities coming out of my city. So it's okay. I let it ride for now. Eventually, I need to probably one of these guys can send fleece. I'll buy bronze from you too. So what I'm doing is I'm changing. I'm only going to sell 40 units. And I'm going to buy 20 units of bronze. And this entire platform holds 60 units. Or 15 times 4. One of these guys is going to sell fleece, right? No? Yeah. Oh. I'm guessing what I'm going to have to do is rely on gifts of fleece. I've got 2 sources of bronze. I can, yeah, I upped my sculpture studios. Wait, coin size fleece. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, okay. I'm just going to tight and let these gifts roll in for a minute more. Okay, so now we are definitely making some money. Got tons of food, I have tons of money. Life is good. That's it, folks. I won. No need to keep playing. Like I said, I'm just kind of trying to hang tight for maybe a couple of years or so, just build up my money supplies. Because in the next episode, what could happen is maybe these guys stop selling me bronze, and these guys, maybe the price increases, or maybe these guys stop buying sculptures. So I just want to give myself that little bit of a buffer. Pro tip. Meanwhile, I'm building goodwill with Athens. That probably won't last, considering their rival Sparta. I'll just do one more year. But I'll beat this really quick. Okay, it's December, it's about to January. Slow it down. Here's how we're going to beat it. Guaranteed. Again, you can pause the video at any point if you want to read all that. Sanctuary. I'm going to roll the deal. What's cool about this is that Ares, when you build temples, you get different perks from different gods. And you build different temples to different gods, and Ares gives you troops just for free, and he'll actually defend your city. You get his dragon, which is cool. So the dragon will defend your city. It'll just like walk around, and yeah, when you go to attack cities, sometimes Ares will go. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we now have an unemployment problem. Artemis's menagerie too. That's another good way to get some free troops. So these two right here are probably the first two I'm going to go to. I never built the Oracle of Apollo. I'm not really sure why you'd want to. It basically tells you what's coming, but once you get used to the game, you kind of can pick up on the patterns and trends of, hey, you know, someone's going to attack you eventually, or a god might invade your city at some point. And Apollo essentially just tells you it's coming sooner, so it just basically gives you bad news twice. That's what the Oracle does. He'll also defend your city, but all the gods will defend your city. He'll keep your people safe and healthy, but I don't know, if you keep them well stocked here with these infirmaries, you're pretty good. This would be good too, because Hephaestus would give you his animal, Talos. And Talos is basically a giant bronze robot, and he will, or bronze statue, animatron. He will defend your city as well, but also he will give you bronze. So I might build this one and the next one. I might only be able to build two at first. And Artemis also will give us food. So let's take a peek at what we got here. I have to buy marble. I'm also going to get wood as well. I'm going to have to slow down my sculpture selling, because I'm going to need to make sculptures at some point eventually. I'm going to pick out a place where I'll lay down the temples. I see why right here is probably as good a spot as any. So what I'm going to do, stand out a little bit, and to do this. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to basically have a depot, everything that I need to build temples needs. See, which is definitely need to do that. Okay, I have a third of my population nearly unemployed. Not good. Let's see. Well, I can multi-purpose here. Where's Olympia? No, I can't build mansions yet, which is kind of good because those are kind of annoying to build. Require a lot of attention. Put this down now. We got 8. What I could do is just literally just delete some houses. That'll do it for now. I don't want to just force jobs if I don't need to. Just put a couple of avenues here and see what that does. Alright. A little bit. Alright, so I don't want to surrender. I don't really want to fight to defend because I don't have any army yet. So I'm just going to bribe them for now. Oh, you know, I never built a tax office, did I? Yes, I did. So I got 21 now, but what I need... Somebody give me some free browns, I'll take that too. So I want to build Artemis. Actually, I should definitely do one. And it's required is what I should do first. Let's be smart here. Perfect. So I can have both. I probably can't get Hephaestus right now, but that's okay. Build today's later. You know what? Let's do this.
Worship me, and the contestants who send to the games will be blessed.
I'm just checking to see if I can sell the Sardis because they said Sardis was discovered. Oh, Sardis is an enemy. Alright, so we're down in the single digits for percent. It's always good to be in the single digits for percentage unemployed or workforce needed. So it looks like anywhere beneath between 100 or negative 100 is good for me. So right now I'm negative 61, so I'm okay. I have enough buildings where, yeah, I'm missing 1 or 2 employees for each place. This guy's not missing anyone. Right, so I'm just going to stop selling sculptures for 1 minute. Dionysus is taking people. Boom. Alright, so that one's done. So what's good about paying off your enemies also is that you're just getting these free monuments. Now these monuments are the best in terms of beautification. And you really need to have those when you start building the mansions. You can't see them here, but when you start needing the mansions to make your hoplite armies, these are the absolute best. So what's good is, you know, I'm doing great for money because I spent 5-10 minutes, whatever it took, to build up my stores, my financial stores last game. So I'm fending off my city. I'm fending my city off from the enemies, rather, by driving the invading army. And what that's giving me is Victory Monument. So each time I've done that, I've gotten an extra monument. So that's good. I can use those to make my army in the future. So now it's going to be really easy to defeat Olympia, and I'll tell you why I know that. I can't yet build the triremes, and I can't yet make my mansions. So I know that the game doesn't expect me to have to work it that hard. So I'm in another situation where I can just sort of sit for a moment. And yeah, so there's Artemis blessing this building here. I don't really need that fleece. I can't accept it. So yeah, Artemis is blessing the hunting ground. Probably these armories will get blessed by Ares at some point. If I just hover, you'll see it happen. You should see this dragon at some point too. Anyways, Yeah, so I can't buy any more lumber. Barely fit any more lumber or marble or bronze. What I like to have is Hermes the god, because he'll just randomly fill these requests for you, so you don't have to do anything. It'd be sweet if I could get him to do it as well. And in each game, see, I'm going to get another one of these statues. Invaders paid off. Now the commemorative monument. So these commemorative monuments, they do a really good job as far as the appeal goes. So I'm guessing I can't build. No. Okay, so let's say you can only support 2 centuries. That's not going to be true forever. Every single story mode you can always have 4 by the last episode. So what's going on now is that these things require employees too. So what I can do, I can get rid of one of these both for now. Alright, so now I'm full almost to 50,000, and I will be probably by January. Without the green bronze. Okay, I was a little bit off. That's okay. Olympia. So here's what I was talking about. Olympia. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack this city, and I'm going to use Artemis's warriors, Ares' warriors, and I'm going to dispatch them. And guaranteed, Ares is going to say, I'll attack too. So the flags are gone. And you know what? He didn't say it. Let me just pray for him real quick.
I too will respond to your call to arms and go to battle with your men.
So you can watch he's going, oh, he just disappeared. So what I was saying before is that the game doesn't really want me to, the game doesn't want me to work very hard, because it's giving me the option to just have the gods go do it. I'm guessing this is going to be done really easily. There's a tab here where I can have Athens go attack and it request support, but sometimes when you request support, that'll make your allies kind of upset with you, so I don't want to have that count against me. So, on to episode 3.
Though your granaries may not be full now, you'll soon have enough food.
I'm not going to have any trouble with food in this game, unless a monster attacks and takes out my wheat. Okay, so again, you can pause this video if you want. I've heard it before. Alright, so this will be the last one. I'm going to stop after this. But I've got 2 sanctuaries done already. Alright, so here comes the mansions in this one. And then wheat and fleece, I can knock all this out right now. So set those aside. Yep. Set that aside, all done. So the last thing I have to do right now is just build the mansions. The mansions require a lot of space. I'm essentially going to do the same thing I've done here with this residential grid. So this is upscale residential. I'm going to really need a lot of space. It's actually going to take a bit of planning, so I'm going to take a moment here. Enemy advancing, huh? Poseidon, jeez. Oh, Hermes is unfriendly, okay. That stinks. He's always a good one to have. And it kind of stinks to have Poseidon angry with you. So just destroy anything you have in the water. This right here, screwed. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this area right here. I have this grid kind of running northwest to southeast along that axis. I'm gonna put, if I need to build another residential area, I can build this one along this corridor here, northeast to southwest. If I need to build another residential, and essentially what I'm saying is if I need more employees, and a lot of them, I can build another residential area right here, right close to my food supply, my fleece supply as well, which is great. But what I need to do now is start quartering off area for my mansions. So we're going to do a lot of considering. Mansions need a lot more than the residential. They need all of this stuff, college and the drama school, the podium, the theater, but they also need, the stadium. And the stadium's really tricky. I haven't exactly mastered laying it out. Like, I might get lucky in this build and accomplish what I need to by having a gymnasium, people in a gymnasium going to the stadium, and that will be the requirement. Let's see what I mean when I set it up, but sometimes I miss one or two houses. They are 4 by 4, whereas these houses are 2 by 2. So, let's see. I should have put the granary somewhere else. No, no. Okay, that's fine. I can make it work. Basically what I'm doing is I'm getting ready, because I know eventually I'm going to need more people. So what I'm doing is I'm getting this road right here ready to serve two purposes. I want to put the granary right here, and put, let's see what I need for in 1 second. So one of these is going to be for, nope, I don't want that in there. Olive piece. Here's where mansion starts giving my demanding. Mansion people, they want wine and armor as well, so I need to get these two on this side ready. But I'm going to have this depot area serve both my future residential areas I know that I need right here, and it's also going to serve my mansion area right here in just a moment. I'm thinking, not really fine. Just that, yeah, it's fine. So like this. So yeah, now you're gonna see what I need those mountains. So for that, I'm building in a high appeal area. So we need to lay these down before. Perfect. Maybe this is gonna be really good actually. I don't know. We will see. So now what I'm doing is I'm utilizing all those victory monuments that I got. Get this area nice and ready for essentially the rich class, the wealthy class. I'm not putting these in any particular order, I'm just spacing them a couple apart. I don't need them right next to each other, so I can kind of stretch their use. So I'm not going to use all of them right away, because I might need to delete some of those, and once you delete them, they're gone. So I don't want to use up all of them. I don't know if I have 1 or 2 or 3 left, probably just 1. So I need olive oil. So let's see. I can press. Okay, so that's good. Olive oil is really expensive. It's like 160, I think. 145. If I can buy olives. Yeah. Okay, great. That worked out really nicely. I'm going to buy olives, and then I'm also going to accept their tribute. Press some olives. I need to buy olive oil as well. That's fine. But I don't want to if I don't have to. So I want to go defend my allies, and I'm going to have enough money. When the Sardis is coming, I can pay them off. Gift of marble. I don't need it. So you can sell marble. Sell marble. And that way when they try to give me gifts, I can just sell it off and make a little extra money this time. So I know I just spent all that money in the last one buying all the marble, but if they're going to be trying to, if they're going to try to give me marble in this episode, I can use that to my advantage. I can always buy more later, but if they're giving it to me, I want to be able to sell it. Let's see what's happening. Wow, almost 10,000.
worship me, and the contestants who send to the games will be blessed.
I guess that's also what Apollo does. He blesses the contestants, and that's how you win some of these monuments, basically athlete monuments, scholar monuments.
Worship me, and the contestants who send
That's
to the
good. So
games will be blessed.
Sardis respects me. Oh, that's why they're attacking me. I'm sending troops to attack them. I thought I was sending troops to defend my allies. Jeez, they really coming in hard for that money, huh?
Let's see if your city operates when its citizens are under my staff.
It's pretty funny. So, look at this party ending up. Let's see what this guy says.
Life with me is so much fun. Leave this rotten city behind, my fine world friends, and give life what Dionysus has had.
Essentially, I think he just makes people leave my city, which is, I don't know, I've never really minded him. Jeez, okay, so cities were under attack. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. I forgot that I built these. I want to get rid of them. Don't need them. I'm going to lose population. I'm going to be upset with me for a minute, but I'd rather not have to worry about 300 people out of work. Okay. So I'm trying to stockpile this olive oil anyway. Jeez. So here's what I'm going to do. I do need workers. So I'm going to do one of these in. Now this also kind of explains why I put one on one side and one on the other. This vendor right here, he's not going to be able to reach all the houses on this side. That's why I built two. So some of these houses will be updated, some of them won't be. Let's see how this works out for us. Okay. I think this is actually just perfect. No, I'm not sending you anything. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Slow down. I'm going to stagger two apart, but next to um, these monuments are 3x3, and this space in here is 4x4. So I can fill in the negative space with some parts. But I want to make these things go stretch the leaves. Put them two apart on this axis, but make on this axis across the way. I'm going to put one monument on this side, next to the house on this side, next monument next to the house on that side, and then 1, 2, 2 down, and put the next one up here. What I've got to start being concerned about is the Grand Agora. I'm going to make sure this guy has quick ease of access to this right here, because he has to walk up this alleyway right here. What I can definitely afford to do is put either 2 more or sure. Put behind me this 2. Switch that a moment.
Choose me, and you'll never have to force my hand.
So it's the same thing as the other Agora, but these guys don't need just food, fleece, and oil. They need bronze iron, they need wine, and they need horse. Alright, so I have to stop selling bronze. I need to be manufacturing it strictly for my wealthy class here. Speed it up. Alright, so oh, geez. Mm-hmm. Because I want to be building this in the correct direction. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to maximize use of all this space. Disappointed I had to get rid of a couple of mansions, but I think I'm going to be happy that I did. So let's see what happens now. Okay, so I'm paying attention to my employees needed. I need about 100. But I've been building so many buildings. Yeah. So some buildings are only missing 1 or 2 employees. Some are fully staffed. So that's good. I'm in a good shape here. I'll be done with this episode soon.
Let's see if your city operates when its citizens are undermined. Worship me and the contestants who send to the games will be blessed. With their tails between their legs, the Persians were sent packing all the way back to Sardis. But can you believe how quickly the Athenian military is? They couldn't even defend their own city.
Alright, so on this next level is probably going to be a colony. I'm not going to do that tonight. Again, you can pause this and read it if you want. Let's see here. Okay. So, Terrace or Ithaca. This will be pretty cool. Now, I usually, let's see here. So, base for Spartan Navy, so I'm going to be building triremes there. I think I'm going to do Terrace. I think I've done Ithaca the last time. Building Navy is normally what I would do. So I can rely on them for future attacks. But I'm not sure that I've done Terrace before, so I'm going to try that. And this will be where we pick up the next one. Okay, so thanks for watching. So thanks for watching. I'm just going to save it right here. Let's see. Looks like I have not, so that's great. Alright, cool. Different map. Great. Excellent. Should be fun. Alright, see you in the next one.